Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, eyes to see. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces, and this is the way to start a new day. I know everybody's over still with Brian, and we'll wait for everybody to kind of gather over here after he's done. How was your weekend? I'm hoping everybody had a wonderful weekend. Good morning, all. I put my list from the other day up here. Good morning, Amy. How are you today? I got some breakfast. I'm going to munch in a little bit. How was your weekend, Amy? I'm going to let that cool. Did you see that Substack audit put out? Oh my gosh, about Moxon. That was priceless. She's such a great writer. I love reading what she puts out in the morning or in her Substacks. I know I'm tired too. For having such a relaxing weekend, I don't know why I'm so tired. But I'm ready for the week. I got doctor's appointments this week. I've got business appointments this week. So I don't know how much involved I'm going to be with any of the meetings. Good morning. How are you doing, Miriam? Did she? I didn't see she read it. But yeah, that was a really great article. How are you doing today, Miriam? You had a fabulous protest this weekend. Yep, definitely new week, new tricks. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I want to see. So we have Clearwater this week. We have. Do we have a police commission tomorrow? I'm hoping so because I might be able to. Yeah, there were a lot of great protests over the weekend. Definitely. Is there morning haggis? Nah, haggis is the queen. Yeah, I don't know about LAPD either. Let me look. Let me see. Okay, whiny girl, I hear you. Yep, there is. Oh, nope, it was canceled for tomorrow. So tomorrow is canceled. Posting a whole bunch of comments on the lawyers on a bunch of anti-Scientology. Good job. Good morning, Jojo Bananas. I am so sorry you are knackered. You must have had a very busy weekend. Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on with them. Girlfriend, you have water and you have food. Quit crying. Yeah, that's kind of strange that they're not. That they're not having meetings. Pretty crazy. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Cajun. Juju, how are you doing today? Did Public Works get canceled then this week also? Let me look. Mm-hmm. I'm looking. Nope, regular meeting today and regular meeting on Wednesday. So they are open for business today at their regular location. Have you a new mic? No. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks for posting that, Amy. Can you hear the dogs? No, I'm just in a different room. I'm in the, yeah, it was great. Yeah, I'm finding that views get throttled like crazy. We're doing an experiment. Let me see, hide current comment. We're going to do an experience of what we mentioned in our description and see where the yeah, I don't know what I may be closer than the regular mic, but I might have turned it up. I don't know. I messed with it this weekend trying to hear, because sometimes it's hard to hear on the. Really, how was your gig, Joe? Hey, good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Afila, or afternoon. I think so too, Amy. They do. They get hidden. Good morning, Brian. Great show this morning. Hey, Lorelei, how are you doing? Yeah, I actually love that article. I was like, you go, you go. I love that article about Moxon. It was definitely lit. A little bit of a different flavor this morning on your show, Brian. It was really varied. Hey, Irish Mart. Yeah, so we're going to start putting different comments and different tags. I know Peter had made a comment tag description for me, and so I'm going to restart using that and see if that makes a difference. But we're definitely getting throttled and suppressed in what we were doing. I mean, there shouldn't be 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 views on somebody sitting in front of a sign versus that information about the lawsuits on Thursday and Friday. There should have been no difference whatsoever. In fact, it should have been more important, and it's getting throttled. I'm thinking that, Amy. I think there is some stuff going on behind the scenes. Haggis, was that you? Don't make me laugh, Haggis. And okay, so I'm not throwing shade because there's no judgment. They do whatever they do. They do you, boo. But the couple of channels that have been in a fight lately, doing their little streamer wars, has they get thousands of views bitching about one another, mocking one another. And I know there's several people that'll put their pictures on their thumbnails so that way it draws people in. And I just don't want to do that. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe boobs and asses will help. Haggis, you're horrible. Maybe I need to start putting some OnlyFans information on there or something. Start putting a picture of my feet on the thumbnails. I'll put a picture of my thumb on the thumbnail. Try making shorts that helps with the views. Yeah, just crazy. And you guys know I am not going to do. Well, I don't know if even puppies help. Oh, come on. You like my monkey toes. I'm just not into bashing other people, other channels at all. That's not going to happen. I can see you. You can't see Haggis? Right, Kathy? Exactly. Nobody can see Haggis? Haggis, we didn't. You're still there. I see Haggis. There you go. No, yeah, no. She sent me a text about the boobs and the arses. And I got to watch it too because you know what? They keep trying to take my channel down for me saying bad words, which everybody else and their brother says the F word. They say the arse word. and I keep getting tagged because of it. So I know something's going on behind the scenes. I know. I don't want to be part of the drama, and I'm not going to be part of the drama. I just got to figure this out. Okay, you can say the words in chat for me. Yeah, it's like everybody else gets away with saying the F word, the A word, any word that they want. Do some shorts? Probably. Yeah, I'm. You get to go sit on the couch, Muriel. And it's not the fact that I need to grow the channel, because I really give a rat's arse about growing the channel for the channel's sake. Maybe yeah, I'm sure, Kathy, I'm sure they do have me in the crosshairs. Yeah, some of my shorts are very, very well. The information just needs to get out there. That's for sure. I know Laura just put the video on her Facebook. And I talked quite a bit this weekend with Laura. So the webpage would be amazing with all the info available. It would be. That I'm not wanting to do a web page. I think somebody else should do a web page. I know, and I don't like the drama. I know, isn't that just freaking ridiculous, JoJo? You need something to post on your TikToks. See, I don't have TikTok. It's all you, Haggis. I'm gonna play like my mom. When I said we, I really mean somebody else, not me. I know, Amy I know, I am too. I know. I talked with Natalie, and she was going to, but she hasn't really done anything except for shorts lately. She hasn't done a recap, and she said she will. But Aaron has done lives. He should be doing something. Hey, good morning, Susan P. Yep. Good morning, lovely, beautiful, brilliant, blue-haired girl. My TTT. That's a great idea, Haggis. So if anybody wants to work with Haggis on putting together a website, that would be fantabulous. Sorry for the horse drinking in the background. Yeah, I do. I have a thirsty puppy. I don't know, he's like 7 years old, and all of a sudden he's growing. Yeah, I see you, bud. I don't know where he's got this growth spurt. I mean, they're not supposed to grow when they're 7. You're not getting any of my food. Go away. And I know, right? He doesn't need to grow. He's like probably over 200 now. Well, we're talking about, yes, he's fixed. Yep, I let them have a encouraged. That's why I bought him originally. So that way he would so they would have pups. And he did have pups. They had a litter. And then I said, I am not definitely not a dog breeder. And then I got him fixed because he started getting an attitude. All of a sudden he'd start growling about things, and I never hear him growling. You're going to go back to naturals, but we're not going to recognize you if you don't have blue hair. T? And it's very telling that they're not covering the law firm. because it was so important before I brought it out. And we did our reveal. And now all of a sudden, nobody's saying anything about it. It's definitely telling. You would think so, Haggis, but the only thing I can think of is that he's just gaining weight, and so it's kind of making him taller, sitting on his pads of his feet. And T, I love your blue hair. I can honestly say it doesn't look good on everybody, but it looks good on you. Yes, please let me know if anybody's having problems with the sound. Right now, you're just hearing Nap Master Kia. Good morning. And thank you guys for looking at that. Row. Turn that off. Hide the current comment. It's loading for you right now. Ah, there you go. Nope, pausing it doesn't help. I am hoping that that's what they do. They are having probably some dang nice times in Hawaii. And you know what? I'm just not, it does concern me that it's not. The one that concerns me the most is the FBI claim, because there's so many people that it relates to and that it should hopefully spread to. And honestly, this is the 4th time that I've covered that lawsuit. Ooh, I gotta be in here. I've done it once. I've done it on the Scientology Crimes channel. Miriam Francis and I have done it several times. And that was such a huge win for people. That was huge. That UNOI claim set such a huge precedence for getting justice for people within Scientology. Good morning, Style. And that's huge. And that's the one that I want them to share. And that's the one that I think that's going to be telling. Who doesn't, if you don't talk about that one. And so I have emailed it to Natalie, Aaron, Tony Ortega, Claire Headley, the bigger channels. So if they don't pick that up and talk about that, that's going to be telling. That's where your blocks are. I'm sorry, Nat Master Kia. I'm not too sure. Is that the one on your screen now? Yes, it is. That is the post that I had posted about the steps to report. And if you would repost that, that would be awesome if you would do that. Good morning, Margaret P. I've got noisy dogs this morning. I'm sorry, you guys. I could mute it, but then you wouldn't hear me. Good morning, Super Cool. We were looking at, Absolutely, Cajun. Please do. Yes, please do. And I don't need credit. You don't have to credit me. Copy and paste those steps. Hey, Kirby's mom. Copy and paste those steps and put them on your channel like you wrote it. I don't care. I don't care if it's got my name on there. I don't care if it's pointed to my channel. I don't care. It's just the news, the information needs to get out there. Would I be able to get written short testimonials from some of or more public Scientology victims to put on a website? I don't know. Cajun, we should be able to. I know there's already a couple of websites, Scientology, Children of Scientology. There's a Facebook one. And I know it gets taken down quite often. It disappears after a couple of days and no one will find it anymore. Exactly. So, yeah, I'm not too sure what the solution is, except for it getting picked up from the bigger channels. Post on Scientology crimes as a voiceover short. Oh, Style, you're making my abilities look really bad because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Help me, you guys. I think a lot and I'm really smart at thinking, but technology, nah, I'm not. The list of children Scientology failed on her receipts. Yep. So, as I said, it's not the fact that I want it for the channel. It's because I want the news to get out there so I could give a rat's arse if it's got my name attached to it whatsoever. It's the information that I want out there. Thank you, Haggis. Why, thank you, Miriam. Yeah, again, it's not about the Mona. It's not about the Haggis, and it's not about the Kathy, and it's not about the Amy. It's about those that need this information, that they have the opportunity for justice and the opportunity for change. I'm sorry, voice down under. I'm sorry, T. That's your title there. Do you want justice? Do you want change? That to me is the telling part. Do you want justice? Do you want change? Are you ready for change? Because I'm just going to say it. You guys can put whatever names you want attached to it. But posting flyers is a good thing for keeping people out, but it's not effectuating change. It could be your time zone. Good morning, Rika. You're going to show me how to do voiceover shorts? Yes, a few, but a reaction that I see and feel is fear. So the more you guys can encourage and support the second gens especially, the better this is going to have an effect. I know quite a few of them have reported to the FBI in the past. And the problem is that nothing got done. It got swept under the carpet. And Scientology explains it as a one-off. Oh yeah, that Miriam Francis, she's reported to the FBI, but now we don't do that. That was just that one person. I'm glad you survived the desert. That's a good thing. The dessert too. Yeah, I don't, that might be a piece of it, Miriam, but I feel that they're afraid. And not necessarily afraid of Scientology. I think they're afraid of disappointment. Does that make sense? Yep, they need to take the opportunity to see that the iron is hot, that it's time to strike. Yeah, I agree it needs to be bigger than Scientology channels. Mm-hmm. I'm chewing, you guys. I'm chewing. See, that's one of the biggest problems is they're afraid of nothing happening again. That it'll go into the black hole again. That nobody will hear again. I'm sorry, T. It must be an Australia thing. And that's what we need to encourage them, that this time could be different, especially with the precedence of the UNOI claim. That's incredible. You know, the PR, and honestly, it's just going to chase them all over to Copenhagen. Because we know that's where they're trying to make a base. But they have to know that we have our eyes on all of them. We don't want them to go there, but we know that's what they're attempting. I said it a couple of months ago that they feel the heat is on them, and they know, and they are making an escape plan. I feel it. So where else could we send them besides Copenhagen? It's got to be you guys. They need to get out of Clearwater. I think they feel the pressure. Mm-mm. They're gonna bail on Clearwater because these FBI claims are gonna name DM directly. Yeah, no, he's gonna bail on that. I smell that. That is a diversion. This is all diversion. Remember when LRH took off on the ships? None so far, Miriam. Well, I know 2 people that have filed. Right? Okay, so Mark Bunker knows the area, but I'm telling you, the United States is rejecting Scientology. The United States is rejecting them. They're going to go somewhere. That's right. We'll be watching you. Yeah, I don't. He's going to bail. You know, they're going to. Of course, he's going to try. They're going to bail. And so they've got. Yep, long term. Yep, they are setting the stage for an escape. Because if he stays in the U.S., he's going to jail. Woohoo! All right, Kia. I'm glad that you did. I don't know what you did, but absolutely wonderful. If he stays in the U.S., he's going to prison. So they are looking at an escape plan. And we've been saying that for months here on the channel. And all that property that they bought in Copenhagen just says, maybe that's a red herring too. I don't know. Where else have they been buying? South Africa, Nigeria, or was that Zimbabwe? Somewhere in Africa. They're not allowed in Antarctica. South America, maybe? No. So let's do some chess moves. And also, I know you're watching, so whatever. Osa, if you want out, get a hold of somebody. Sneak an email to one of us. We'll help you. Copenhagen, Taiwan, Africa. Yep. It could be considered obstruction if Tom Cruise gave him access to his helicopter. But I think there would have to be a revocation of his passport before any of that. See, I keep saying law enforcement and the FBI at this point right now, without the reports, they have nothing to go on. Scientology is just a weird cult. Without the reports. Once you get the reports going again, that's where it's going to draw the line, and they're going to revoke his passport. So they need to get him out before that happens. And I'm just going off from what I know from Law and Justice and Law and Order. I don't really have a clue. Right? No victims, no crime. If people don't report, Right. Journey 2020 is awesome at tracking the orgs. Yeah. And isn't that where we figured out Copenhagen was really buying up more stuff? And she's on it. He needs a real ID. Well, if you fly private, you don't need a real ID, do you? That would be freaking awesome, Amy, to have the same coverage. Hmm. You know, that UNOI trial was so secretive, but it was just that small little cult. Yeah, you have to have real ID or a passport. I don't have a real ID, but I do have a passport. Margaret Pre, I agree with you. All protesters have the right to protest the way they feel. I don't have to agree with it, and I don't have to like it, but they have the right. Yeah, how could should we put some P. Diddy pictures in our, ooh, there's an idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even go to Reddit. I don't even think I have an account on Reddit. I don't I don't read through any of that stuff. It's all a bunch of dumpster fire, dumpster diving. Yeah, I don't think you need a real ID if you're traveling private. Yeah, I don't get into the grifter part of it. But I don't see anything wrong with if this is somebody's job is to be on YouTube or whatever they're on TikTok and they're an influencer, that's how they're going to make their money. I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. Good morning, Phoenix Book Girl. That's, if that's their full-time job, it's their full-time job, but not on the backs of others. Yeah, I don't do Reddit or I don't have TikTok. I got into my IG, you guys. I finally got back into my IG. I don't know how I think I just forgot the password or they let me back in. Whoever hacked it let me back in. I don't know, but I got in, finally got in. Rika, I'm going to put that up here. It is fun to go protest and not put it on a live stream for the world to pick you apart and criticize you. Amen. Oh, you're going to make me look, aren't you there, Joe Bananas? Yeah, I'm not. Joe got you on Instagram too. Let me look. I think it's just my name. It's McAleese Mona. Um, do you get like logged out after a certain amount of time? Because that was been a bummer. I don't. How do you change your name on here? Well, you guys all know my name anyways, because I think this is my Insta. That's what it says on my Instagram. Check that out, JoJo, and see if that's it. If it is, send me a message on Insta so that way I can reply to you. I don't know a lot about Instagram. Anyways, back to Rika's comment. Peter, I agree that that could be done, but keeping up with all of that would be the problem. And good morning, Peter. That's a great idea, but it would be. Let me think about that, Peter. Let me think about it. You know how I am. I drag my heels and go, oh, I don't want to do that. That sounds like a lot of work. And then I do it and I go, oh, Peter, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? I know. Let me think about that. Let me think of how that would play out. Because I honestly think it should be the telephone game where I say, hey, Peter, this and that. Oh, thank you, JoJo. Okay, so let me go. I'm going to go over there. And how do I go to home? Oh, Tori Magoo's got quite the. That must be you. No, that's not you. Notifications. There we go. That is you. Okay, I followed you back. I'll figure it out. My kids use Instagram way too often. So if I want to change my name, go to the profile page and edit profile. Okay, thank you. Should I just change it to Fat Grammy or leave it to my name? As I said, everybody kind of knows my name anyways because that was my email address. So I'm not too worried about that. Does anybody else have any? Miriam, do you have any protests going on this week? Keep it as is. Yeah. It's mostly just for pictures, anyways, right? Well, I guess you can call each other on that, can't you? I forgot about that. I've only had like a couple of people on there. And then I got hacked out of it for so long that I can't even remember how to. I'll have to go back in and figure it all out. Pictures of food. Haggis must be on it, right? No, my bike did not get fixed. Hint, hint. No, it did not. It needs to be, and my grass needs to get cut. And all sorts of things need to get done, and they're just not happening. I have Discord. I do not use it. You got it, Miriam, whenever you want. You tell me, Miriam, when you want to. I know the bike needs to get fixed. I need to get out there before it gets too hot. Yeah, Discord can be like Reddit and be a cesspool. I have where I'm doing trading on there because I do my day trading. But that's all I really use it for. Speaking of which, the bell just went off. And I bet you today is going to be a very bouncy day in the market, especially the Chinese stocks. I do agree with you there, Kia. Depends on how big the community is. I found no problem. Yep, I'm sure it did go up. I don't even have it open. I agree, Kathy. What is Eurovision? Is that like their PBS? Jojo Bananas and Song Contest. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's like our voice. Hmm. Learn something new every day. Hmm. Eurovision 2025, May 13th. Here, let me watch out for the big face. Stop screen. And then we're going to present, share screen. Um, So it's kind of like The Voice or something like that. Huh. Yeah, I just popped it up on the screen here. Not like The Voice. Yeah, I will definitely. Do they have it? So like the Super Bowl of Europe. I am going to look at that. I'm going to find out what it is. I wonder if they'll have it on our TVs. I, honestly, I've never heard of it before. Hmm. Do they sing in Danish though? This is a stupid question. Very cool. Huh. Again, seriously, I had no idea that it even existed. They show it on Peacock? Oh, okay. Hey, great grandma. Good morning to you. I don't know if I still have Peacock or not, but I'm sure they're going to have replays on Ishkome. I come. That's how ABBA and Celine Dion started getting exposure. Oh, the thing is that this pea brain doesn't think of things like that. If it's not important to me, it doesn't go through the brain cells or the memory. I'm definitely gonna. I'll keep my eyes on that this week. Sometimes we can become so USA centric. You would need a VPN to vote, right? Good morning, Rona. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to vote, but I'd want to watch. I'd be interested in watching it. Out of our own little bubble over here for a while. There is a post from Haggis. It won't let me pop in it. The scoring at the end is the best part for you. Ireland doesn't want to win again because it costs too much to host. So they're throwing it. Thank you. I will. I'll look at Eurovision Reaction 2025. Yeah, I don't need to get struck again. It's bad enough I'm getting struck for the F word or saying arse. Good golly, miss. Those dingbats hate me. Yeah, because you're all part of your little European nations, your little groupies over there. Great grandma, thank you for the thank you. No, it just says that that my monetization gets limited. It tells me that it's taking me off monetization. It's really weird. Me either, Miriam, but it's only the ones that were about the lawsuits. Whenever I talk about a lawsuit or having people get involved, automatically I have issues with my YouTube. You're right, Kathy. You know, it's just those videos. Yeah. And sometimes I'm not the most detail oriented person. However, patterns usually catch me. Yeah, I don't know why they would fear me. That's for sure. It's just little old me. They need to fear their own actions. They need to fear their own abuses. Hmm. They need to start shredding documents and deleting files, or they're all going to jail. I just think it's weird that my shows that have anything to do with that um, automatically get nicked. Good morning, hippie chick. Yep, that's what's going to happen, Haggis, just like the last time. So, I mean, we were talking about this months ago about them feeling the pressure, and he's going to be out. DM will be moved. You guys, you need to start putting signs like in Copenhagen. Part of your um, part of your protest sign should be, "Don't move him here." This is not DM's hiding spot. Yep. Are you? You got some ideas cooking? They shall quake in our power. Oh, well, of course you do. You're a badass. I'm gonna say it. I don't care because they're gonna nick me anyways. You're a badass bitch, Miriam. You are. They should be afraid of you because they didn't get you with their little naggy. Miriam's hurting our feelings. She's protesting. She's saying hate speech. And it didn't go through. Now they got to find something else. Yes, she is a total badass. The mobile shower program. I need a mobile shower program. She can be number one. I'll be number two. Audit's number one. A girl boss? Oh, sure. I didn't think of that word. Definitely she's a girl boss. Yeah, audit, definitely. She's number one. Muriel can be number two. I don't even mind being down there. I don't know, Amy. Pleas and deals. Their win is not whether or not you take a plea or deal. Their win is keeping you away from them. So if they tie you up in court in the stay away order, that's their win. Yeah, even Peter's a badass bitch. Peter can be part of our crew, our badass bitch crew. Yep, that's the win, is keeping you busy with court and away from the org. So it doesn't matter if they win, lose, whether you take a plea, nothing. Yep, they won with him because he has to stay away from a year. I know, that sucks too. Yep. But that's a little different when you're dealing with felonies, especially that. Wiretapping that's a huge, that could be a huge deal. You go to prison for that puppy. Well, because it's all in who you know, Haggis. I think a few of these cases are going to help the lawyers that are out there step up a little bit. I know with the Mormon, the LDS cases, it helped bring awareness and almost a camaraderie to other legal firms, and they stepped up. All of a sudden, other firms started taking on the cases. And I'm hoping that it is about the money. It truly is. They've got to feed their families too. And I don't say that in a disrespectful way at all. Probably not, but they would have just drug them through the mud and the mire and the time forever going against Cubs. You do have to look at that too. And if you have the money to take them on long term. So it's a bummer, but Scientology knows what they're doing on that legal part of it. Yep, they would have dragged it out. And he would have been stuck not going to the orgs while they drug it out. Yes, Cubs. Cubs was the person that he recorded while he was in the New York, the Philadelphia, the Boston org, one of those orgs. And so they got him for wiretapping, which is a federal charge, which is BS charges, but it's still. So Cubs champion was a streamer. Boston. Thank you, Peter. Yep. But they honestly, if they throw it at you, they honestly could do that with any of you as a protester. Because it's not the fact that it was true or not. It's the fact that Scientology knows how to work the system. No victim, no crime. That's right. And they could have popped him for that too. So if Scientology plays the victim, then, and they have the DA or the prosecutor's ear, then it goes to the next stage where it gets prosecuted. They know how to play that process. And that's what we as advocates need to do also. And protesters, you have to know the process. That's right. You can't risk the real prison time. You never know who is in Sciento's pockets exactly. She should meet with the LADA. Hockman. But again, it's just right now just a sad story. When Moxon contacts the DA, who is he reaching out to? Is there a pattern? And I love how audit said police need to witness to file charges. They do. No victim, no crime. I did meet with the representative for the chief of police. I have met with him, and they are willing to take this up. They are willing to take it to the DA's office. They are willing, but no victim, no crime. And I know I keep saying that, but you got to understand, they're not going to pursue and prosecute a sad story. They have to have evidence. They have to have a victim. Reckless Ben was smart, waiting until the statute of limitations had expired to publish his documentary. Yes. I know, and we need to care more about people that are risking things for their justice. And it's not, how do you say this nicely? It's not just their justice, it's the world's justice. Having these abuses stop and seeing change in legislation is a world's justice. Unfortunately, a lot of these second gens, their stories are what's going to make the change, but they have to bring those stories forward. Yeah, I think the wiretapping is like a 2-year statute of limitations, isn't it, Peter? Well, that would be a federal. Yeah, that statute of limitations is all screwy. Yeah, we're all fighting for change. That is not a me thing. That's a we thing. We could use the tagline, does Diddy have ties to Scientology through J-Lo to get eyes on it? True. But in reality, Diddy's kind of an old story now, too. Diddy is kind of a has-been. The whole story, Diddy, is a has-been. It's almost like it just either needs another fire lit for it to be. He is evil. What he did was evil. I agree, but it's almost like it's being suppressed. I remember there was one. Master Kia. Exactly, Kathy. Yeah, law and crime would be nice if they would pick it up. I would love to see some of the bigger channels like I don't even really know who the big channels are. The court TVs, yep, law and crime, those couple of million follower channels, yep. Yeah, I don't have TV, so I don't really know what's being televised or not, but I don't see it flashing. It's not like every channel has it. Oh, that's kind of cool that the Milwaukee big channels. Hmm. Yeah, and you don't hear hardly anything on the Menendez trial this week or the decision this week. You just don't. It's like a lot of stuff is being suppressed right now. So I think that's a goal, is to see how to get this news to the top of the trending. We need some 15-year-olds. we need some teenagers to do this for us. That's what we need. We need to find some influencers, some teen influencers that'll take up this cause. Oh, you're a teen? Very cool. Yeah, I've seen Sean Atwood. That's a name. Yep. TikTok and IG and all of that. Yep. You know how when Streets brought it out and it got so big because of the influencers with Jessica and all of that, we need to do the same thing. And I say we, I mean you guys. I have no clue how to do that. That's funny, Peter. She can do a dance competition. I don't have TikTok either. But that's what we need. We need to figure out how to trend. Huh. We'll try and get a hold of them, Jojo. I knew you'd catch Miriam's eye. Yeah, well, that's all I do too, Rika. Yeah, don't count on me on figuring out how to trend shit, you guys. Uh, it's an idea. Remember the old my grandma used to say, you know, when you say somebody should do something about that, that's the Holy Spirit poking you. The Holy Spirit can poke all they want. I have no clue how to do that. But wouldn't the hashtag need to trend? It would have to get caught in the trend, right? Good morning, Sophia, or afternoon, Sophia. You, I seriously, that's like total Greek. Twitter is where things trend with hashtags. Yeah, I really don't even want to know, Amy. Yeah, Twitter is definitely a cesspool. Yeah, you guys figure that one out. But it's not really going anywhere in our echo chamber. Our echo chamber only takes it to the community, and we all know how bad Scientology is. We don't need to be told. A trending suppressive dance. There we go. A trending SP dance. That would be awesome. HK Dianetics Twitter hasn't posted since 2012. Their marketing is trash. Yes, it is. Hey, Nisa. Good morning. How do I get everyone in your chat? Haggis makes them. Maybe use Danny Masterson in the hashtag. Yeah, Will, we're supposed to be doing a thing, but again, it's just the echo chamber that we're really talking to. We need to get it out to other things. And I love having that SP dance. Oh, I'm sorry, Nisa. I didn't know that was the question. I didn't understand it. I'm sorry. Yeah, you go to the little three dots up in the corner and or to where it says chat, and you can say most recent or all chat. Let me see. See, I have no clue. I love how they put AI answers on those. See, we're not talking about trading. Yeah, this is not my forte, you guys. Not even where I want to go. So you guys know about the TikTok dance cult. Two sisters, one in a cult, other is out. How do we get the one out to choreography a no cult stance? I, seriously, I'm learning from you guys on this one. If you guys figure it out, we will all bow to you. Documentary on Netflix. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I did not watch it, but I watched a little bit of it. The TikTok dance cult. That's right. What is the 7M one? Let me see. Hey, Rocks in a Box. Anti-Scientology cult. That's what we're trying to get. Mm. Excuse me again. Yeah, there's that one, and then there is like the dark side of influencing. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great thing to do, Cajun Juju, and everybody to try and get a hold of that sister. It's not something I'm going to do because I I don't see. Thank you, Jojo. I see a great benefit to it, but I don't see how I'm going to push it forward. Only because I don't know enough. I'm just, unless I played stupid and let them walk me through it. But I, I would bow and just be very honored to watch you guys do this. Yep, the shiny happy people. Sorry, dogs are barking. There was a couple of them that were really good. You know who I sent who I was looking to get? There was an FBI guy that has been trending. His name is where did it go here? Scott Payne. And he was an FBI undercover guy that was undercover for like the J6ers and the Nazi stuff like that. And thank you, Rika. That'd be cool. But his name is Scott Payne. And so I thought, because even when people report for the FBI on their cases, it's still going to go in a black hole. So you have to kind of keep up with it and know what to do with it. And I thought it'd be cool to have an insider to help us, guide us. Aryan something? No, well, it might have been the Aryan Brotherhood, but it was the base or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool story anyways. You know, Audit has a lot of subs on TikTok too. Lady Jane out. Good morning. So, but it would just be cool to have somebody that is inside the FBI or inside an organization that can help us, guide us, walk through the more of the process. Because you guys know it's all in who you know. It's knowing the process and having somebody on the inside to help. You did have a dance video? Yeah, I don't know that anybody that I know of that has the Discord. I don't keep up with who has Discord and who doesn't. I know my video keeps blurring. Lady Jane out says she has Discord. Yeah, as I said, I have Discord for my trading, but I don't use it for this. Sophia, it wasn't third base. His name is here. His name is, if you look, he's got a book that's out, and I'm pretty sure he was promoting his book about his FBI endeavors. Yeah, I don't even have my Discord automatically pop on anymore. Hashtag TC. Okay, we're off mute. Sorry, we were running water, trying to fill up the doggy things. TC is a Mission Impossible. Right? Phoenix Book Girl, I know. It's hard to do all the rest. Oh. There you go, Peter. You want to help Haggis build a website? You know, keeping up with the website is the hardest part. If you could have it automatically populate, that wouldn't be bad. Hashtag TC is a fake. Aw, thanks, Peter. Peter and Haggis are a team, the dynamic duo. Yeah, as long as it has automatic population. So where the data kind of just puts in there. The Dan Walks LA Fluffer Dance video. Oh, yes, Afila. Now I remember that. Yep. bashinghaggis@gmail.com. Is that a real email, Haggis? Sorry, dogs are drinking again. That's what you get when you give them water. It doesn't work by osmosis. Oh, I didn't know that was your email, Haggis. Well, it is like Haggis Basher. Ah, gotcha. Oh, very cool, Jojo. Oh, let me go put some makeup on. Oh my gosh. I'm kidding. Very cool. The pressure is on. He replied, "That's way cool, Jojo. That's awesome." Yeah, that's great. That's incredible. Right? I know. I took some makeup with me when I was traveling last week. I forgot to even use it. Sean Atwood is a big channel. That would be way cool. Yeah, that would be. We were looking at the idea was to put a website together, such as like the Mormon podcast one. Floodlit was the name of it. Yeah, he is definitely a massive YouTuber. Are you? I'm thinking of heading there myself, possibly mid-June. Going to Vegas. I spend a couple of days. I would like to be in LA for Father's Day. I would, I'm kind of thinking about that. Father's Day is June 15th, 17th. I would have to look. Let me look. It's always in June. June 15th is Father's Day. Sophia, yeah, but that's why you stay inside and gamble. You don't really go outside in Vegas in the summertime. Are you going to be there for a while, Lady Jane out, or are you just going to be there for a few days? Um, do my new email. Somebody's going to be way quicker than me, but they used to have they always have delicious buffets, and they used to be really cheap, but they're not anymore. Ah. So are you moving to Vegas or from Vegas, Lady Jane out? She was fiery yesterday. I caught just a second or two of it. The food is the only attraction for me in the old town with their cool clubs. To be okay, cool. Well, I'd have to hook up with you while I'm there. Wynn has an incredible buffet. Yes, they do. And on Sunday mornings, they have, well, the MGM has sparkling water. Sunday morning buffets are always really good. I used to spend a lot of time in Vegas. Oh, but I haven't been there in a while. But a really good friend of mine that I used to go with all the time um, texted me yesterday and said, "Hey." And I said, "Hey." Oh, sparkling water from France with a little bit of bubblies in there. Mm-hmm. Wow, since 1962. Wow. That's changed a lot since 62. Yeah, I don't know. I love me some sparkling water. That's what all I drink most of the time. I'm a club soda kind of girl. Yeah, it's changed a lot. Oh, thanks, Eyes to See. Yeah, anything milk gives me the pooters. That's for sure. But that's TMI. But yeah, so I'm kind of thinking of stopping into Vegas for a couple of days and then going to LA for a couple of days. Yep. but I'll have to make arrangements. Thanks, Lady Jane out. And hey, I'll keep in contact with you. Maybe I will see you during those couple of days. That would be way cool. Yeah, I'm going to get going here too, you guys. We're on almost 2-hour mark. And that was a great idea about let's do that tomorrow morning. Let's talk about that tomorrow morning. Please remind me, Haggis. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a tease. We're looking at possibly writing letters and sending the information to each of the different states. I don't know who is going to stream Public Works today, Amy. Possibly Ganja, possibly Carla. I don't know. I just want to go to the testing center and have the door shut on my ADA wheelchair. Absolutely, Peter. I want to see if all are welcome. I'm going to scooch. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.